Hi, this is Vigneshwar, URK19CS1052. In this class, we are going to see about expectation handling. First program, create a program to generate the following built-in runtime expression and handle the same with the proper exception handling code: arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, number format expression, and array index bound expression. First, we see arithmetic expression. First one, arithmetic exception. Public static void main function, and I give class called example1, and int a is equal to 89 and result is equal to 0, and try result is equal to a by 0. If any number divided by 0 is 0, that is arithmetic exception. Catch of arithmetic exception e1 and system.out.println e1 came, that is that arithmetic exception is error, it will come, and string str is equal to null, and try system.out.println str.len, and null pointer exception, it will come, null pointer exception is error, and number format exception, you give any you do not give numbers means it will come number format exception, and array index out of bound exception come. Now I go to run this program. See, arithmetic exception divided by 0 is result is called arithmetic exception error, and null pointer exception is also error, and number format exception, null number format exception is occur, so it is null format exception error, and array out of bound exception, index 5 of bonds for length 4, array index of bond error, because here array of 5 here in this program, array of 5 is system.out.println array of 5, but in the int array is only 4 numbers, but in program 5, that's only it become array index out of bound error. And second program, create a class to represent an employee with employee ID, name and age as attribute. Create a main class, create an employee object by getting the employee ID, name and age input, and check for the construction and given below, and generate and handle the user defined exception if the user inputs are not proper as per the following content. In this program, class employee and string name and employee ID and age as int, and public employee string name string employee ID and int age, and superclass this dot name is equal to name, and this dot employee ID is equal to employee ID, and this dot age is equal to age, and this all void to display, and invalid age exception. And going to class of Q2. Here static void charge check age int age throws invalid age exception, because if you give above 50 or means it will come invalid age exception, and invalid email exception, you give any difficult to give means it will come invalid email ID employee ID exception, and public static void main, that's all thing, and string name and string employee ID age, and enter name, you give name, you give numbers means it error, and employee ID you give numbers, if you give any letters means it will invalid email employee ID exception, it will come, and in age you give numbers, you give any letters means it will come invalid age exception. I run this program. Here name I give numbers means image. Enter name, give name, employee ID 52, it is invalid employee ID exception, and age 23. It's all come. This is my program. A class program. Create a class account. The attribute name, balance, ATM pin, and initialize using parameterized constructor. In this program, class invalid ATM pin exception extends exception. Wait, first we see account class. In class invalid exception extends exception. Invalid ATM exception extends exception. Public invalid exception, superclass, and class no cash exception, and class account, string name, balance, and ATM pin, and superclass, and check pin. If that pin is more than or less than 4 means it will come pin exception, ATM pin exception, and withdraw that amount, ATM greater than balance. And now we are going to see invalid ATM pin exception. If you give more than 4 means it will come ATM pin exception. No cash exception means if you take full amount means it will come no cash exception. I am going to main function, public class main, and static void pin int x throws the invalid ATM pin exception. And if x is equal to 0, that means invalid ATM pin exception is x is equal to new invalid exception, throw the x, and int of x comma y, that means account of a is new account of 10, a of 0 is new account, I give name Atul, and 54,000 dot 35, that ATM pin is 5901, and x is equal to a of 0 dot check pin, that pin will check. If that pin is more than 4 means it will come invalid ATM pin exception, or else that amount is less than amount you will take fully means it will come no cash exception. Now I am going to run this program. Here ATM pin, amount, cash withdraw successful, current balance it will come. Now I give see my ATM pin number is 5901, but I give 59010, so it will come invalid exception. Again I run this program. ATM pin 5901, amount I give 80,000. See, no cash exception because available balance is 54,000.35, but I give 80,000 means it not come, no cash exception will come. So this is my program. Thank you for watching this program.